This is gonna be awkward. The sun is going behind a building right now. Let's talk about creating short-form content with your clips.
Mags.
Most of you are live streamers, and you're gonna hear the advice, hey, create content on other platforms a lot of the times. When it comes to exposure and algorithm, platforms like TikTok are very important for us. YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels, basically everyone else that's trying to copy TikTok. But how do you take your cool gaming moment and turn it into something that will stand out? Well, today I have 5 tips, or more like 5 lessons with a bunch of tips in between that will hopefully help you achieve that. So by the end of this video, you will be able to create attention-grabbing and potential viral videos based off of your gaming clips. A quick message from Owned, and then we can begin. Owned is the one-stop shop for live streamers. If you want overlays, you want emotes, you want animated emotes, you want badges, anything you need. But one thing that should grab your attention right now is that they have the official Call of Duty overlays for live streamers. So this is not something inspired, this is not something made to vaguely resemble, this is officially licensed overlays. And it's complete with intermission screens, your just chatting scenes, your camera overlays, even if you have a green screen, they thought of that. You got your labels bars, your animated alerts, and everything you need to make your Twitch channel look great. And I know I mentioned Twitch, but it's not the only platform that's supported. You're gonna have Kick, you're gonna have YouTube, absolutely everything you need. So go check it out over at owned.gg/GaelLevel. That is own3d.gg/GaelLevel. So first things first, how do you open? What is the intro? Nothing to do with a YouTube intro. This is basically how you're gonna grab people's attention in the first couple seconds. Especially if we're talking about short-form content or vertical content, it is so easy to just scroll away and watch something else. You really have to make sure that you trigger enough curiosity for people to keep watching your video. It doesn't matter how interesting your gaming clip is, if the actual subject of the clip happens something like 10 seconds in, people have to like sit and watch those 10 seconds. If you put the clip without any editing, without any narration, with nothing else, most likely in the first 10 seconds, people will already swipe away. But most importantly, you need to know that grabbing people's attention or doing a little something to grab people's attention so that they are more likely to watch the whole thing is actually way easier than you think. Very simple things such as putting text with TTS, for example, in the beginning will get people to watch the whole thing. A clip that just starts and it's, I don't know, someone in a shooter game just walking around and then you don't know what's gonna happen.
No peeking.
Is gonna have more people scroll by than a clip that starts with TTS saying something like, watch me clutch a 1v4, or he didn't expect that to happen, or any form of short sentence that will grab their attention and build up anticipation.
R.I.P. to Bows 01, 2, 3, and 4.
They need to kind of have an idea of what's gonna happen, or they need to tell themselves, is this gonna happen or is that gonna happen? It makes it engaging, more suspenseful. Platforms like TikTok, you just type the text, you click TTS, and then that's it. If you don't want to use TTS, nothing is preventing you from doing the voiceover.
Does anyone else get pre-game lobbies like this?
So text, voice, and then the final thing to actually grab the attention is something you might see some YouTubers actually do, is basically the peak of the video, they'll put it in the intro. They'll show you something about to happen, cut, and then start the video over to lead up to that. It's kind of like a weird narrative technique that even filmmakers will use.
Yep, that's me.
No! Where'd I go? Where are you? I need somebody and always run! Catch your things, and where do I go? Come on. Fucking hell, bro!
I don't know if you watch the show How to Get Away with Murder. They will start each season, if I remember correctly, they will start the season by showing you a main character just dead. And then the rest of the season is what is building up to that. So it's kind of a spoiler, but also it builds up anticipation, intrigue, mystery, but most importantly, attention. All right, number 2 is emphasis. All the different techniques that you're gonna use to basically really dial in the important parts of your clip. So the basic stuff is going to be zooming in. On an editing software, it's gonna be the scale. Basically, you can keyframe the scale, or you can just cut a clip and then have that separate specific clip be a larger scale. If the action is not happening in the middle of the screen, then you need to adjust the position. honestly, you can push this further. You can put a circle, add a freeze frame and be like, boom, enemy team, circle, arrow, red circle, red arrow, and then text. This is the enemy. This is me, or this is what's happening. This means that someone who's not necessarily familiar with the game you're playing might still understand exactly what's going on and understand the stakes. I know the way that I'm talking makes it seem like I'm only talking about like FPS games or whatever. That's because that's what's the most popular. But honestly, all of this can be applied to any sort of clip for any sort of game, really. Another thing I would say is that no matter what software you're using, Premiere, DaVinci Resolve, CapCut, learn how to do keyframes. Like, look it up. Type the name of your software, type keyframe animation or whatever. That means that you'll be able to animate the position, for example. You can animate the scale, and if you have to zoom in and follow a specific point on the screen, then you'll be able to do that. It will really help with the emphasis. Number 3 is no-brainer. It's memes. Of course, memes are super important. Everyone wants to put memes, but a lot of you are doing it wrong. Especially when it comes to sound effects, you tend to put like the loudest sound, like put a headset on when you're editing and then look at like your graphic like audio meter. And if your graphic audio meter like peaks when there's a sound effect, it's too loud. It's too loud. There's nothing pleasant in watching a video that's super low and all of a sudden the Vine boom is way too loud. Another thing that's very important is that you can have a gaming clip be the funniest thing ever with just sound effects. I know a lot of people want to download the memes and they want to put like insert a bunch of stuff. It's not necessary. There's someone recording a TikTok on a balcony. Images, GIFs, all of that, you can put it in there. But if you don't want to put like that much effort, honestly, like sound effects are enough. Another thing is if you want to insert memes in what's going on, like if you want to do compositing, like you want to track someone else's face, I don't know, like an anime reference, and then you want to track the face on your character in the game or something. It doesn't have to be high quality. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be like cut out perfectly in Photoshop or whatever. The junkiest, the wonkiest, junkiest, low quality stuff is always funnier. So don't waste your time. Don't be a perfectionist on how you're gonna place someone's head for like a 2-second meme. And definitely don't cry about, oh, it's so hard. It's not hard. You made it hard. Nothing was hard. I wrote down audio levels, but I already ranted about that because I couldn't help myself. Yeah, check your audio levels. Make sure that everything is pretty much like the exact same. Oh, and one important tip when it comes to memes, keep it short. Keep it short. We've seen the why are you running? We've seen that meme over and over and over again. So you don't need to show the whole thing when you're integrating it into your video. You can just put like the noise the woman makes in the beginning, and cut it. Cut it. The executive producer, like the Curb Your Enthusiasm thing, you don't need to play the whole song. We don't need to listen to it for 5 seconds. Just the boom, boom, boom. And it's good. It's good. Cut it there. It's funnier. It's perfectly cut. Even the first note, boom. You're good. I swear you're good. Alright, number 4, believe it or not, is actually personality. Because we're really trying to stand out from just someone posting a clip with no voiceover, with no personality, with nothing. And it's just, oh, I guess a good clip if you actually watch like the whole 20 to 30 seconds. And also because I'm mostly making this video for people who want to be content creators, who want to be recognized, but also who want to get followers. Because when you're scrolling down like YouTube Shorts or Instagram Reels or TikTok, if you see a clip with 0 personality, the chances of you actually going and wanting to follow that person are super slim. But when part of what makes the clip so great is the person, that's when you actually engage with the person and want to follow them. Like, yeah, it's cool, a video of a trick shot from Fortnite, but if there's no one around, you're just gonna be like, oh, cool, and then scroll past. That's not what I want for you. So we need to find a way to inject our personality into those clips.
Le ton joystick droit, il te sert à...
Plus, keep in mind that reacting to something as it happens basically creates another layer of like human connection and another layer of entertainment also. Because it's cool to watch maybe a glitch happens in a game or something like that, but seeing someone also reacting in real time to it when it happens is more engaged. It's more entertaining. It's like there's more of a connection there.
Oh, fuck!
Bro, how many TikTokers they have in this place? We talked about voiceover earlier. Voiceover is a great way to inject your personality into a clip. If your face is in there, it's cool to show your face. If you're reacting to what's happening in real time, it's cool to put some inserts of your face, to zoom into your face. Because once again, this is what's gonna get you followers. I feel like I could probably say more about this, but let's move on. Number 5, and don't worry, there will be a bonus one too, like number 6, it's workflow. It's not a get level video if we don't talk about workflow. And I turned on face tracking accidentally. So if this is something that you're going to be doing a lot, do it a lot. Practice a lot, but also move step by step. Don't try to do all of the things that I listed all at once, like in your first video. That wouldn't make sense because that one video would take you probably a week to make, and it would probably not be that good because, well, you don't have a hand and like, you don't have the practice, really. The goal is not to spend as much time as possible in one clip. It's more about quantity than quality, really. So having a good workflow will help you with the whole quantity thing. Maybe you want to start, for example, getting good at placing audio memes. In order to do that, you actually have to download a bunch of memes, right? But if you have 0 of them on your computer, this is going to take you time, but the more you do it, the faster it will be because you will know what you already have on your computer. You will have a library at some point. A library of memes. My advice for like a basic workflow for that kind of stuff is take your clip, okay, trim it. So do multiple passes. First pass is just trimming, cutting down as much as possible to find the beginning and the end of the clip. Make it as short as you can to keep it as interesting as possible. Then I want you to go in between the clip and basically cut out the boring parts, the parts that are not necessary, the parts where you're not talking or nothing is really happening. Cut it down to make it really, really, really concise. Now that it's cut down, I want you to go ahead and do all of your zooms. So pick specific clips and then just scale it up. Maybe move the position to zoom into specific places. You should already have a pretty entertaining clip by then, okay? Now you want to fix the audio. Is there some stuff that is like too loud, too low? You want to bring everything level, all right? Now, if there's any special effects or whatever that you want to add, maybe those circles, those freeze frames, those memes, this is where you would put them. And then finally, if you want to just put captions on the whole thing, this is where you would do it. Or if you want to put like specific text that's moving or whatever, I always do my text last because, well, the video needs to be completely edited, so I don't have to move all of the captions for the rest of the video if I decide to change a little bit. Now, of course, this workflow will not necessarily apply to you. Maybe you find out that, oh, you like to do audio first so that you don't have to worry about it later or whatever, but it's an example. And the more you do it, the more it will come to you like naturally. You will know exactly which steps to take and you will do the same thing over and over again. It will become muscle memory. But of course, you got to start. You got to stop complaining and then you got to start making it. All right, bonus tip or bonus tips. I'm going to try to cram in a bunch of stuff now. I asked you on Twitter to send me some clips so I could use in this video. A lot of very low quality stuff, and I don't blame you. A lot of people just clip stuff on Twitch and it's basically their broadcast quality. So now your quality basically depends on your internet connection and your hardware. I made a video recently showing how to basically clip stuff using your voice, but also how to get high quality clips, like the highest quality possible that you can. What you see on OBS, this is how the clip is going to look like, sometimes even better. So that's something that you might want to look into, especially if you're going to be posting on those platforms. Having high quality clips might make you stand out. We talked about sound effects, and a good question is, where do you get your sound effects? Now, I used to get them from YouTube directly because I can type things like ack meme, ack reverb, disappearing meme, and I would find it. But let me let you in on a little secret. VoiceMod actually has a huge library of sounds, and they have something, I don't think they want me to tell you this, but they have a website called Tuna basically, and I'll put it in the description. It is super easy to go find whatever meme you want, but also to download it. There's one button, boom, you don't have to log in, you don't have to do anything. You click download, you have it. You can also upload your own stuff. It's a whole community sound thing. Extra fun fact, if you would like to use any of those sounds as a soundboard, VoiceMod actually has it integrated into, well, their software, VoiceMod. Another tip also concerning VoiceMod, other than the fact that, well, you can change your voice and all that, they also have a Chrome extension to record whatever is happening on your Chrome tab. So if you're watching a video and someone uses like a meme and you're like, I don't know how to find this meme, or I can find it on VoiceMod's library, you can just click record and then stop, and then you can trim it directly in your browser before you save it to your computer. So super practical. But also if you want to create your own custom memes, probably based on your like Twitch clips or whatever, you can do that too. One thing I would advise you, especially when it comes to building up this library of a bunch of memes that you can apply to whatever video, is every time you see it, like you're scrolling down or whatever, try to find a way to record it. If it's on your phone, screen record it, turn on media sounds, and then have it. Because I know that this is advice that I need to follow. I always say stuff like, I need to save this one day. Oh, I'll probably need to use this in a video one day. Or I should use this as a Twitch alert. And I just forget about it. I just forget about it. Don't be like me. Download it on the spot. Make sure you have the apps, you have the stuff to download it on the spot. What else? If you make particular videos, like if you're in a niche when it comes to video games, for example, go and legit do some competitive research when it comes to just clips. What are people watching from this video game and how is it formatted? The people who have the million views, the viral videos of this category, what do they look like? You don't have to copy them, but if they have things like strong intros, you need to find a way to adapt it to your style. If a large majority of your target audience is used to something, give it to them. Give it to them because it will feel familiar. It doesn't have to be the same. You can put your own spin into it, but you want to go in using proven methods. Now, if you're wondering where's my setup and why I am recording this video against the void, it's because I'm in a public space and I don't want to get doxxed. If everything goes well, in a couple of weeks, I will have a new place and I will start building a new setup actually. Also, I will probably be documenting it, maybe on my tech channel. Yes, I have a tech channel, so check it out. Anyways, follow me on Twitch and I will see you all later. Go out there, make me proud. The Void and Gal Level, out.